Hey guys, welcome to Film World. Today I'm going to explain a romance drama film called Culpa Tuya from 2024. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The story begins at a vibrant party hosted by the Lister family, yet Nick's absence is glaring. His parents, Rafaela and Will, have been sending him on extended work trips to create distance between him and Noah. Meanwhile, Noah grapples with her father's passing a year ago, which continues to weigh heavily on her. Unexpectedly, Nick returns early to surprise Noah. His sudden appearance unsettles his parents but leads to a heartfelt reunion. As a symbol of his love, Nick gifts Noah a necklace, asking her to cherish it as his heart. The couple steals every chance to spend time together, their love radiating despite the circumstances. A poignant conversation with Lion highlights the challenges of growing up. University, work, and diverging paths threaten even the strongest bonds. Graduation brings change. Lion visits his brother Luca in prison, where they face the imminent collapse of their shared workshop. Their mother depends on the income, but Lion reluctantly plans to shut it down. Luca, however, is determined to salvage their livelihood. Noah's family surprises her with a purple car, and she joyfully takes it for a drive with Nick. During the outing, Nick shows her an apartment gifted by his grandfather and proposes they move in together, citing its proximity to their university. Noah hesitates, feeling unprepared for such a commitment, and shares her intent to live in a dorm. The revelation sparks tension between them. Later, Rafaela drives Noah to her university dorm, where she meets her new roommate, Briar. Briar explains her 2-year break from school, which is why their paths never crossed before. Meanwhile, Nick meets Sophia, a polished woman hired to assist with his legal work. However, it becomes clear her hiring was orchestrated by Will and Rafaela. Sophia, the daughter of a powerful minister, is part of their scheme to separate Nick and Noah. The tension escalates as Rafaela confronts Noah, accusing her of ruining the family's reputation. She claims people already believe Noah pursued Will for his wealth, and that continuing her relationship with Nick would worsen the rumors. Despite Rafaela's harsh words, Noah defends her love for Nick. Rafaela, however, delivers a final blow. Their relationship cannot continue under her roof. Heartbroken but resolute, Noah decides to move to her university apartment earlier than planned. When Noah arrives, she finds her roommate Briar hosting a party, assuming Noah wouldn't show up for another week. After the initial awkwardness, the two bond. Briar reveals a painful chapter in her life when she once attempted suicide, assuring Noah those days are behind her. During their chat, Michael, a psychology student and neighbor interning at the university, stops by to grab his jacket, adding to the new dynamic. Meanwhile, Lion's brother is released from prison, but their troubles deepen with the return of Ronnie, seeking revenge. Elsewhere, Nick spends time with his little sister, Maggie. Their moment is interrupted by their estranged mother, who abandoned Nick years ago. Nick, still harboring resentment, refuses to hear her out. Later, Noah consoles Nick, sharing a tender moment to lift his spirits. The following day, Noah discovers a hickey on her neck and playfully confronts Nick, who laughs it off. In retaliation, she uses a permanent marker to doodle all over his body, leaving the bold message, "You're mine," on his forearm. Later, Noah brings Nick to her apartment, only to discover he knows Briar. Both pretend they don't, leaving Noah puzzled. As Nick leaves, Lion calls him in a panic. He's entangled in a drug deal involving his brother and must deliver a package to a shady bar. Though hesitant, Nick follows Lion to the bar and watches him enter alone. Unable to let his friend face the danger, Nick steps in. Noah, also contacted by Lion, arrives at the bar shortly after. Inside, the situation becomes tense as they encounter Ronnie's brother, who warns them that Ronnie is planning revenge for past events. The threat looms, setting the stage for further conflict. Noah shows incredible bravery when Ronnie's brother confronts her, boldly telling him she isn't afraid and will face whatever comes. But tensions rise when Ronnie's brother refuses to pay for the drugs Lion delivered. To create a diversion, Noah starts a fight, sparking chaos. During the scuffle, Ronnie's brother tries to stab Nick, but Noah intervenes, saving him. Their escape is short-lived as the police arrive, arresting everyone. Later, Nick calls Sophia for help, and she arrives to rescue them. Nick pleads with her to keep the incident a secret from her influential father. On the way back, Noah asks Nick to take her to adopt a cat, hoping for a small escape from the chaos. She names the cat Ian and brings it to her university apartment, where Briar is waiting. However, Briar unwittingly interrupts a tender moment between Noah and Nick, making things awkward. The next day, Briar surprises Noah by suggesting she explore a relationship with Michael, the psychology student they met earlier. Meanwhile, Lion has a heartfelt conversation with Jenna, who pleads with him to stop risking his life for money. Noah's day takes an unexpected turn when she returns home to find Briar speaking with Annabelle, Nick's estranged mother. Annabelle insists this is her last chance to reconnect with Nick and hands Noah her number, asking her to reach out when she's ready. Before leaving, Annabelle cryptically asks if Noah knows how long her mother and Will have known each other. Later, Noah visits Nick's house, only to find him having dinner with Sophia and her influential parents. Rafaela seizes the opportunity to invite Noah to join them, clearly attempting to unsettle her. During the meal, it becomes clear that Rafaela is pushing for a relationship between Nick and Sophia. Hurt and frustrated, Noah reveals that Nick had asked her to move in with him. She storms out, and Nick follows her to the cemetery, a place of significance for Noah as it marks the anniversary of her father's death. Amid the emotional tension, Noah confronts Nick, demanding to know if he has feelings for Sophia. Nick denies it firmly, but Noah admits she no longer trusts him. She accuses him of not truly wanting to live together and questions their future. In the end, Noah tells Nick she will wait to see how things unfold, leaving their relationship in a state of uncertainty. As the story progresses, Noah takes a bold step by inviting Annabelle to the Lear mansion. During their conversation, Annabelle reveals shocking truths. She had fought for custody of Nick, but was forced to give him up due to threats and blackmail. She also discloses that while Grandpa Lear is indifferent towards her, he deeply cares for Nick because he is the family heir. Noah struggles to process these revelations as Annabelle secretly takes Will's toothbrush, sealing it in a plastic bag. She hands Noah a letter for Nick, containing the entire truth about their past. Meanwhile, Will informs Nick that Annabelle has separated from her husband and may soon be homeless. Later, Noah tries to leave Annabelle's letter at Nick's office, but Sophia intercepts it. Though Sophia keeps the letter hidden, Nick notices it's from his mother, tears it up, and declares he has no interest in reading it. That evening, Nick and Noah go out for dinner, where Nick surprises her by revealing he has turned the "you're mine" phrase she had once written on him with a marker into a permanent tattoo. Noah isn't thrilled, but Nick reassures her that he doesn't regret it. Their romantic moment is cut short when Nick reveals he must travel to London with Sophia to work on a legal case. Noah responds poetically, reflecting on how honesty can complicate relationships and how adulthood is about knowing what should be done, not just what one wants to do. While Nick is away in London, Rafaela visits Noah at Nick's apartment. Despite Rafaela's attempts to stop her from moving in, Noah stands her ground. She confronts Rafaela about her efforts to separate them, asserting that now that she knows the truth, she feels free to love Nick without conditions. She also presses Rafaela about her whereabouts on the day her father tried to harm her. Meanwhile, Nick has a tense conversation with his grandfather at a bar, asking about Briar, the crazy girl who used to harass him. His grandfather cryptically assures him the matter has been handled and that she will no longer be a problem. In London, Nick and Sophia work closely on their case and even share a celebratory moment. However, their time together is secretly captured in photographs by someone spying on them. Upon returning home, Nick finds his apartment empty and goes to the university to search for Noah. There, he finds her talking to Michael, a situation orchestrated by Briar, who deliberately ensured Nick's absence. The tension between Nick and Noah reaches a breaking point as they argue about recent events. Noah suggests they take some time apart, pointing out that their lack of trust is damaging their relationship. Nick reveals that he has been offered a permanent position in London and has 1 week to decide. However, he tells Noah that if she asks him to stay, he will. Noah responds that she will make her decision by the upcoming company gala, which is exactly 1 week away. In the days that follow, emotions run high. Sophia begins to develop feelings for Nick, while Noah uncovers a shocking truth. Nick was once in a relationship with Briar. Meanwhile, Lion, struggling financially, convinces Nick to participate in one last illegal race on the day of the gala, promising they'll do it without the girls finding out. Lion further persuades Nick by revealing that Rooney, recently released from prison, will also be racing that day. The day of the gala arrives, and while Noah and the others are preparing for the event, Nick and Lion sneak away to the race. At the race, Rooney and his brother await their arrival. However, Jenna and Noah discover their plan and confront them at the track, berating them for their recklessness. During the chaos, Briar, who happens to be at the race, calls the police, causing the situation to spiral out of control. In a surprising turn, Noah, Nick, and Lion work together to subdue Rooney and hand him over to the police once again. Lion ultimately wins the race, and the group hastily returns to the gala as though nothing happened. At the gala, relationships and tensions come to a head. Jenna breaks up with Lion, confessing that she feels he doesn't love her for who she truly is. Meanwhile, Briar confronts Nick, demanding to know why he never brought her to the gala. Noah reveals to Nick that she already knows about his past with Briar, further straining their relationship. Amid the chaos, Briar appears holding a knife, but only to open a door for Annabelle, who arrives unexpectedly with Briar to confront Noah and Nick. Annabelle reveals a shocking twist. Using Will's hairbrush, she conducted a DNA test and confirms that Maggie is his daughter. Annabelle explains that her new husband had always suspected this and intended to kick her and Maggie out. She admits that her actions were all to secure her daughter's future. Annabelle confesses to Nick that everything written in her letter was true. She never abandoned him but was forced to leave due to his father's lies and his grandfather's manipulative behavior. Nick is devastated, realizing his entire life has been built on deceit. He accuses Noah of ruining his family, calling his actions unforgivable. Despite Noah's tearful declaration of love and plea not to leave, Nick turns away from him and walks towards Sophia, shattering Noah's heart as he declares their relationship over. Rara, intent on causing more harm, shows Noah old photos of Nick and Sophia, further deepening his anguish. While Noah grapples with his heartbreak, Briar seizes the opportunity to steal the keys to Nick's apartment. On the other side, Lion confronts Nick, urging him to reconsider his decision regarding Noah. Lion reflects on his own inability to be without Jenna, prompting Nick to recognize the gravity of his mistake. Nick rushes back to the gala, where he encounters Briar. She reveals a painful secret. She was once pregnant with his child, but lost the baby in an accident orchestrated by his family. Briar's bitterness fuels her desire for revenge against Nick's family. When Nick asks about Noah, she coldly tells him that Noah might be heading to the apartment and might even harm himself. In the pouring rain, Nick arrives at the apartment, only to find it empty. Briar had taken the keys. Meanwhile, Noah, feeling lost and abandoned, turns to Michael for solace. Distraught, Noah shuts off her phone to avoid Nick's messages, leading to an impulsive and regrettable night with Michael. Filled with regret, Noah leaves Michael's apartment in the rain and encounters Nick, who has been waiting for him. Standing in the rain, they exchange a silent, heart-wrenching look, both realizing that their love has been irreparably damaged. Noah walks away, heartbroken, while Nick, consumed by anger and sorrow, drives off into the storm. The parents of both Nick and Noah are left horrified by the destruction their actions have caused, acknowledging that they bear responsibility for the pain inflicted on their children. The film ends with Noah sitting by her father's grave, reflecting on the chaos and heartbreak. She receives a message from Nick that reads, "Noah, I will always be the light in your darkness." The bittersweet message closes the chapter of their love story, leaving viewers with a poignant sense of loss and unresolved longing. To watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.